Tuesday's Africa Cup of Nations qualifier betting tips, previews, predictions, and odds. Will recently crowned African champions Senegal kick off Africa Cup of Nations qualifying with back-to-back wins? On Saturday night, the Lions of Teranga swatted aside Benin 3-1 at Diamniadio Olympic Stadium. Sadio Mane bagging a hat-trick, featuring 2 penalties, meaning he is Senegal's record goal scorer of all time, surpassing Henry Camara's record. AFCON winners Senegal haven't failed to qualify since 2013, and another victory here for Aliou Ciss's side would see them pull clear at the top of the group. Rwanda meantime made their one and only Africa Cup of Nations appearance in 2004 and are expected to finish bottom of this section. Although, Carlos Elo's side did hold Mozambique to a credible 1-1 draw on matchday 1. Blaise Nisham won target there. This time though, Senegal should ease to victory. Who will get their Africa Cup of Nations qualification campaign back on track in Marrakech? On Friday night, Cape Verde began this group with a defeat, losing 2-0 to recent AFCON semi-finalists Burkina Faso. Of course, this is a blow for Bubista's team, but, with the top 2 in each group qualifying, it's far from a hammer blow. The Blue Sharks reached the round of 16 in Cameroon in January, despite not qualifying for the previous 2 editions of the tournament. Thus, despite being one of the 2 obvious front-runners in this group, Cape Verde will not take anything for granted. Togo meanwhile have only featured at 2 of the last 9 Africa Cup of Nations, missing both of the last 2. Les Eperviers faced Group Minnows Eswatini on matchday 1, but dropped 2 points, conceding in the 94th minute in a 2-2 draw. So, with Cape Verde the side they need to catch, this is probably a must-win for Paulo Duarte's team. Who will prevail at Stade de Marrakech? It may only be matchday 2 in Africa Cup of Nations qualifying, but this could be a decisive fixture in Lusaka. With tournament hosts Côte d'Ivoire, who have already qualified, and Minnows Lesotho also in this group, these 2 are essentially fighting for one place. Right now, it's advantage Comoros after they began their campaign with a victory on Friday night. Youssouf Nchangama and Benjalid Youssouf on target in a 2-0 victory over Lesotho in Moroni. The Coelicants made their Africa Cup of Nations debut earlier this year, but reached the round of 16, eventually bowing out to Cameroon. Another victory here for Yaoundé's Zertic's side would be a gigantic step towards another qualification. Zambia meanwhile caused one of the great footballing upsets a decade ago, crowning Africa champions by beating Ivory Coast on penalties. However, having now failed to qualify for 3 successive editions, the Copper Bullets are uber motivated to end this exile. They faced group heavyweights Côte d'Ivoire on Friday in Yamoussoukro and were swatted aside 3-1. Patson Daka with a stoppage time consolation. But, if Aljoseph Asanovi's side are victorious here, they'll leapfrog Comoros on head-to-head and feel they very much boast the upper hand. Who will win a truly huge game at National Heroes Stadium? Will Burkina Faso make it 2 wins out of 2 to kick off Africa Cup of Nations qualifying? On Friday night, the 2 front-runners in Group B went head-to-head at Stade de Marrakech, and it was Burkina Faso who prevailed. Hassane Band broke the deadlock against Cape Verde before Dango Ouattara secured an impressive victory. Les Etalons boast an impressive recent record at AFCONs. They were runners-up in 2013 and semi-finalists in 2017 as well as earlier this year. Another victory here for Hubert Velid's side would put them in a great position to qualify again, even at this early stage. Eswatini meanwhile are the minnows of this section, having never qualified for a major tournament before, winning just 13 of 80 competitive fixtures. 2 of these victories came in the preliminary round of this cycle, demolishing Somalia 5-1 on aggregate. Nevertheless, on matchday 1, Dominic Canine's side held Togo to a memorable 2-2 draw in Lome. Sabellone Zinissa equalized for Eswatini with just 6 minutes to go, only for Togo to re-establish their lead mere moments later. Nevertheless, in the 4th minute of stoppage time, Sibanis Ongwenya snatched an unlikely point for the King's Shield. Here though, in Johannesburg, Burkina Faso should be far too strong.